Hello everyone, and welcome to our general energy forecast for the month of October 2020. So this month we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Normally with my forecast, what we do is I will separate it into weeks and say, okay, this is what the energies look like for week 1. This is what the energies look like for week 2. This is what the energies look like for week 3. And this is what the energies look like for week 4, if there is a fourth week. But today I was actually inspired to do a spread from the Oracle of the Angels. And we're going to be doing the unfolding spread. And this is going to give us our dreams and desires, what's holding us back, the values that move us forward, our inspiration, our action, our unique contribution, and the next right step. So that's what we are going to be talking about today. Now, remember, this is a generalized energy spread. So this is just the energy of the collective. That's what we're looking at right now. Hey, Shirley, thanks for joining. Thanks for being here. So that's what we're looking at right now is the energy of the collective. And so if you're interested, of course, in your own personalized forecast, you can of course go to my website awakeningmiracles.org, which is now going to be in the comments because now I learned how to do that a little bit faster, hopefully. And so that's what you can go visit, and you can actually look up what that is about. What is a miracle mindset prescription? How does it work? So forth and so on. So thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for sharing. And we are going to go ahead and we're going to get started. And our first card, we are still going to be doing it from 3 different decks. We're going to be doing it from the Frequency Tarot. We're going to be doing it from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. And we're also going to be pulling from John Holland's The Psychic Tarot. So our first deck that we're going to go to is the Frequency Tarot, and this is going to give us what is the dream and the desire for the collective for October. Okay, so, ooh, beautiful. So our card is our dream and desire for the month of October is about unfolding. Now, I love this card, unfolding. And the reason that I love this card is because this is what life is always doing. Life is unfolding. Now, we have a tendency to put a label of a good unfolding or a bad unfolding onto life. Hey, Robin, thanks for joining. Thanks for being here. So we have that tendency to be like, this is good or this is bad. Life is not good or bad. Life is simply unfolding, and that's what it's always doing. So this card is giving us this invitation. Our dream and desire is to continue to unfold with life. Because when we do not unfold with life, guess what happens? We get stuck. We get in this energy of restriction, and then we enter into suffering. Why are we entering into suffering if we're not unfolding? Because unfolding or moving with life is our natural way of existing. We are meant to continue to unfold, not stay in one place forever or stay in one time forever. The only thing that is meant to be forever is our state of mind, and our state of mind can always be aligned with spirit. But we have to remember something that, all the great masters have said. Jesus, Buddha, just so many different masters have said it. It has been a while, Annie, and I'm so glad that you were able to be here. Oh, thank you so much. So, and all of them have said the same thing, just in many different ways, which is be in the world, but know that you are not of the world. So this isn't about you taking drastic action and going, completely out and being like, oh, nope, I'm going to sit in a cave and just om all day. No, life is not asking us to do that. Now, some people may get that prompt to go to a cave and meditate, and that's great. That's on them. But right now, we want the practicality. And what is the practicality here? The practicality is, let me take the next right action step. Let me trust the good. Let me trust the good. If you can't trust God because God is a word you don't like, that's okay. Then from a beautiful post a friend sent to me, put one more O in there. Trust the good. Trust that life is beneficial. Trust that life is unfolding for you, for your benefit. Now, if a challenge arises, that doesn't mean that life is punishing you. It doesn't mean the divine is punishing you. It doesn't mean the good is punishing you. It means only that life has unfolded and set this challenge or this opportunity for growth, as I like to call it, in front of you in order for you to let it go, to release it so you can continue to unfold, continue to move forward with ease and effortlessness. So that is our dream and desire, is to unfold in that natural state. Now, we do have another card here about this unfolding, and this says mother, but what I really get from this is to be compassionate and nurturing with yourself and others as we are going through this unfolding. That's it. So just be nurturing and just be nurturing, comforting, compassionate to yourself as you unfold with life. That's all we have to do. So let's see, what is our possible resistance that holds us back? So what's going to be our possible resistance that's going to hold us back from unfolding and being compassionate? Okay. Oh my God, I love it. I'm going to have to share this with a friend of mine because you can't make this up. You can't. So this is what's going to hold us back. Now, I know you're thinking the phoenix, that's all about resurrection and change. But it's in the reverse position. It's challenging us. What is it challenging us to do? It's challenging us to surrender. That's what it's challenging us to do. Now, what does surrender really mean? It doesn't mean giving up, and it doesn't mean that you're giving up. It just means that you are willing to let go of the story that you have about the change or the transformation that is currently taking place. That is the essence of surrender. It is to let go of your story, and it is to allow life to unfold exactly as it is. And this is very hard for us, and this is where it can be like this moment of restriction, because in our minds we have this story about the change or the unfolding or how life should be going, and if it's not going that way, that means this, and it means that, and so forth and so on. But here's the beauty. Now, this card, can never really be in resistance. So this is the divine coming forward and saying that, we have this angelic help. We have this miraculous aid. And it says, and you see this dove down here. This is another invitation. Step into peace. Set that goal of peace daily. Set that goal of peace every moment. And the reason that we want to set that every moment is because we have to be willing to say, I want peace. That doesn't mean you get what you think you want. And I know that, again, that is not a popular opinion. That's not a popular thing to say. You're not going to get what you want. No, you will not get what you want, but you are going to get the aid that you are asking for. It just may not come in the way that you're asking for it, or the way that you think that it should, or even the aid that you think that you need, but you will get what you need if you set that goal of peace. Because we have to be willing to surrender our story about all these attachments. Very wonderful word that you use there, Shirley. So we have to be willing to let go of all those attachments to the story, to the way we think things should unfold, and be willing to know that life is our benefactor and it is unfolding always for our benefit. It may not look like it because what we see that is unfolding is contrary to the story that we're telling ourselves. But if we can just begin to surrender and accept what is, without a story on it, without this is a good, this is a bad, this is a right, this is a wrong. This is life, and it is unfolding. This is life, and it is unfolding. And I will take the action, because once again, this isn't to say that that's it, because the ego will love to use it is what it is. It'll say, oh, it is what it is, nothing I can do about it. That's not how we want to use this. How we want to use it is what it is. And without putting that story, it is what it is. This is what is occurring. And I will be guided to my next action step if I am willing to surrender to continue to unfold. Do you see how the cards are all starting to work together here? So I love that we got 2 cards for the first, 2 cards for the second. Let's see what we're going to get for our third. The values that move us forward. Okay, so I'm actually already, I just feel like I want to just pull this card because it was already kind of peeking out. So this is the value that's going to move us forward, which is the wisdom. Now, I got a beautiful message from the Buddha on Saturday, I believe. Sunday? Sunday? I think it was Sunday. And I was just listening to music as I was making my bed. And the songwriter was talking about like, oh, value your scars and this and that. And Buddha just popped into my mind and said, you are not your scars. You are not your pain. When you identify, little I, when you identify yourself as your pain, as your scars, you are doing yourself a great disservice. And the reason you're doing yourself a great disservice is because you are saying that you are your past, that you are the scar, that you are the pain, and that we have a tendency to idolatrize it and be like, oh, wow, I've been through all of this and look at all these scars that I have. Look how strong I am. And the Buddha said, no, 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 no. Why would you do that? Why would you identify yourself with the pain and the scars? Those things are transitory. They are not real. They are not real. Now, it doesn't mean that you didn't go through them, and it doesn't mean that you don't have the scars, but like all things when it comes to the body, scars heal and they fade, including emotional ones, mental ones. They heal, they fade, so they are not eternal. What is eternal is what you are. And what you are is that beautiful divine force. You are part of that. That is what you are. And so what the value that's going to be moving us forward is we're not taking the story. We're not taking the scars. We're not taking any of that. What we are taking is what we can take from it is, what did I not even learn? See, because this is another kind of thing that we hear in the spiritual community. Oh, okay. Well, what did I learn from this? And of course, you can take something away from every situation. But instead, let's go a little bit deeper with this. Instead of, well, what did I learn? What did I let go of? What was through that situation, what was I willing to let go of? What was I willing to acknowledge or recognize about myself? Because wisdom is applied knowledge. That is what wisdom is. So what knowledge did I gain from that I can now apply to my life? That I can apply to my day-to-day? Not the scar, not the story, not the pain. Because if you want to go ahead and inflict that upon yourself again, then you are more than welcome to, because you have free will. But instead, why not use it as a shining beacon? Why not be the shining beacon? As you surrender the scars, surrender the pain, and even surrender the experience, and only take with you that which you released and said, okay, I let that go. Or how can I apply what I learned in that situation or what I gained through that situation to my everyday life? Be that shining beacon. Don't be the beacon of pain I only can learn through pain. Because guess what? You can learn through joy. You can learn through happiness. We're just so used to learning through pain that it's hard for us to think of another way of learning. But you can learn through joy. You can learn through happiness and contentment and peace and all the good things. You can learn that way. You don't have to learn just through pain. And I think that's something that we all need to remember on a consistent basis. So let's now go to our inspiration. So let's see, what is our inspiration going to be? Oh, beautiful. So our inspiration is the upliftment, how good we feel, feeling good. That's going to be our action, is that upliftment, feeling uplifted, feeling good, feeling better. Because as we enter into that state of unfolding, as we surrender and set our goal as peace and only take with us our applied knowledge, or the knowledge that we can apply to life, we begin to feel this sense of like feeling lifted up, because we're no longer in that state of like, kind of being the victim. Instead, we are now learning, wow, life is always unfolding for my benefit. And life is helping to lift me up. Because remember, even with the challenges, it is only to show you that you have a limiting belief, a limiting thought, a limiting pattern. And it's saying, let go of those limiting thoughts, beliefs, and patterns so that you may be lifted up, so that you can be lighter, so that you can feel good. So now let's go to our creativity. What is our action? Let's see what our action is. Ooh, beautiful. Okay, so we have two actions here. Our first action is Gaia's garden. Reap what you sow. So this is really telling us our action is, as we go through life, we are going to be reaping the benefits of what we are sowing with our own intention, with our own minds, with our own actions. And the actions that we're going to be taking are guided actions, because they are not coming from us. They are being delivered. As you see, the moon is kind of blowing down this inspiration. These are inspired actions and coming from the vast consciousness. So meaning that there is enough for all. Both of these cards are representing the vastness, the abundance of guidance and knowledge that is available for us if we are willing to surrender over to the unfolding of life, surrendering over to our divine higher power. Okay, so our action is to, number one, with Gaia's garden, is to really come from those actions that are uplifting, come from those actions that are guided. And as we do that, we get more and more of this creativity coming forward, right? And this vastness, and we get more downloads of information. So that is our action. Walk your walk and talk your talk. That's what I was looking for, and for whatever reason it just eluded me until right now. But with that Gaia's garden, walk your walk and talk your talk. Don't say trust the universe and then not trust the universe. Don't say pray to the angels and then don't pray to the angels. Don't say set your goal as peace and don't set your goal as peace. Don't say ask for a miracle and it will come, and don't ask for a miracle yourself. Walk your walk and talk your talk. And you will be guided towards those actions, okay? Guided towards those actions. So now we're going to be looking at the contribution that we can make. What is the contribution, or what is the purpose that we're kind of moving towards here? Wow, okay. So we're moving towards transformation. That's really what's happening, transformation. And what is, transformation has a very interesting view to it, if we can say that. And what I mean by that is that transformation isn't about you becoming something new. Okay? And I know that sounds very contrary to transformation. You know, everyone talks about the butterfly going into, or the caterpillar going into the cocoon and then coming out a butterfly. The caterpillar is already the butterfly. I'll say it again. The caterpillar is already the butterfly. It merely shed the skin that was no longer serving it. That is what each of us is doing. That is my definition of transformation. It's not about becoming someone new or something new. It's about unraveling what you already are. That is the purpose of surrender, upliftment, talking your talk, surrendering, nurturing, unfolding. That is the essence. All of this is helping us to release layers of ourselves that are no longer needed, that are holding us back from our true divine purpose and potential. That's it. That's why life is unfolding. Life is unfolding to help you to see, hey, you're still holding on to this and you don't need to anymore. We, as in our little subjective views of things, we like to be like, oh, life is just happening to me and this is all, oh my gosh, everything terrible is happening to me. No, life is not happening to you. Life is happening from you. It is unfolding, and all you are seeing is your own thoughts and beliefs that are being broadcasted on the screen. That's it. That's where life is coming from. So, excuse me. So there's that. Then we're going to go to what's the next step. So let's see. What is our next step? Actually, you know what? We're not going to do this. We're going to go here to the wisdom of the hidden realms. Okay. So we have two next steps. Our first one is looking at the bigger picture, becoming objective. This is our next step. Instead of being the subjective experiencer like I was just talking about, this is why I love doing the cards, because they will mirror the messages that come through. It's just in a pictorial representation. And that's what I love, and I think it's so fun about doing the cards, is because this stuff like this just happens. And, you just see them fly out, and it's just like, wow. So it's the big picture, angelic help. And again, it's about seeing things from a higher perspective. So you can always ask yourself, when an opportunity for growth arises, what must I believe in order for this to be happening? Or how would God see this? How would love see this? How would the good see this? How would divine intelligence see this? How would divine compassion see this? How would my guides see this? How would the angels see this? And it's giving us this broader viewpoint, this bigger view of life. And of course, we can always ask, it's giving us that invitation. Ask for help. Don't think that you have to do it all on your own and got to figure it all out. When you are saying, what must I believe in order for this to be happening? Number one, yes, you are asking yourself that question, but you're not asking your ego. You're asking the self that is witnessing the thoughts. That's the self that you're asking, the true self. And then we have the dream walker, dreams, the collective good, illusions. So again, we are looking past the illusion to the truth. That is the essence that I get from this card. Now, I do want to read a little bit from number 8 there. So let's go to the book here. And it says, when the dream walker is your ally, dreams really do come true. Still, there are two kinds, the one of the small self and the one of the divine self. Spirit has a dream for you that is yours alone, and you will need to do, all you need to do is, oh my God, guys, I get so excited when everything I've talked about culminates in one card, and I always am flabbergasted by it. So it says, Spirit has a dream for you that is yours alone, and all you need to do is ask, and it will unfold like magic. I mean, how does it get any better than this? You also play an important and unique part in the divine dreaming of the world. When you ask, is this the dream for me that serves the greater dream, the most beautiful vision for your life, serves the highest good for others too? The dream walker is beside you to help you move effortlessly through the illusion, observing the truth, and celebrating waking dream of your life. So, I mean, how absolutely beautiful. Now, this doesn't mean that there's not going to be challenges for this month. It doesn't mean that there's not going to be opportunities for surrender. But it also means there aren't going to be, it's not all going to be doom and gloom. There's going to be great strides if we're willing to take them. And that's all that it takes. Are you willing to take those steps and walk your walk, talk your talk, ask for the help, and not ask for the help with an agenda like, oh my God, tell me what to do. Instead, It is, how can I serve? In what way can I serve? And I want you to feel that. Like, feel that for yourself. When you're asking, okay, what should I do? Hey, now you're putting responsibility on yourself. You're saying, I'm the doer. And I already actually did a video about this last week, doership, or I am not the doer. And you can find that on my YouTube channel, which is posted above, or posted in the comments. No, not comments. The description of the video, yes. So what we want to do here is, again, you're not the doer. So asking yourself, what should I do? That comes with an agenda. You're saying, I'm the doer. I have to do it. What do you want me to do? Instead, asking, how can I serve? And just feel that energetic frequency. Feel that difference. Do, serve. What should I do? How can I serve? Which one feels lighter? I know for me, the answer. Now, I'm not going to tell you the answer for mine because I don't want to influence you. I want you to feel it for yourself. Again, don't ask with an agenda, what should I do? Instead, how can I serve? How can I serve? So that is the reading for the month of October. I want to thank you so much for joining me, so much for being here and allowing me to do this spread in a completely different way. And it was such a joy. And if you're interested in learning more about me or my services, you can, of course, go check out my website, awakeningmiracles.org. And Awakening Miracles is one word. And there you're going to be able to find all of my services and all of my online courses, as well as the other things and the other services that I offer, as well as the free things that I offer, like my intuitive tips, my Kuan Yin guided meditation. And of course, you can also go to my YouTube channel and find that as well. And again, thank you for allowing me to be the instrument through which the divine could be of service. Thank you.